All right, guys, welcome to the SLC Dunk postgame show. I'm Hanson James. The Utah Jazz got a win against the Sacramento Kings. It was really fun to watch, and the main reason we all know it is the Rookie of the Year, Donovan Mitchell. And we're going to talk about some things with Donovan Mitchell soon, but I did want to just talk about the Kings a little bit. I believe this is the first time we've played the Kings this year, and honestly, I feel like the Kings had such a great draft that they've really last draft that they've really changed the entire scope of their team. They picked up De'Aaron Fox, who I think is a lot of fun and has a chance to be a really nice piece for them going forward, kind of a cornerstone of their team. I've always liked Willie Cauley-Stein, and I know they got him a while ago, but he's a fun player that I think could eventually develop into something nice. He hasn't quite developed as much as you would hope, but he's still a nice player. He's got those physical attributes, and I still think he can be a really great player. He's a lot of fun. Justin Jackson didn't play a lot tonight. He played, it looks like 12 minutes. Let's see, 0 for 3, -9. I mean, I don't know. He's going to take some time. I don't know. I don't want to pretend like I watch the Kings every night and know everything about them, but I liked that pick for them. And Kings fans, let me know in the comments what you think. Like, are you guys fans of Justin Jackson? Is he disappointing to you this year so far? Is he going to take time to develop? I'm not sure, but he was a nice pickup for the Kings as well. They're just a lot of fun, and it's interesting to watch. And of course, the player that kind of relates to the Jazz is George Hill, who, you know, we've kind of talked about that to death, but George Hill is a nice piece for them. I am a little surprised, honestly, that they gave him a contract, because you would think that they'd want to let those guys kind of develop. But at the same time, Hill can be a great mentor for De'Aaron Fox and can kind of show him the ropes of the NBA, what he needs to be better. Hill is a great shooter and could even work with De'Aaron Fox on his shooting at times to help him become a great player. So I like what the Kings are doing. They're going to be more and more fun as they go. They're going to get another pick this year, unless I'm wrong, unless they're missing their pick this year for some reason, but I don't believe so. So the Kings are fun. Anyways, Donovan Mitchell, Rookie of the Year. Anyone who says otherwise is incorrect. I took some flack from... I talked to Zach Lowe about this, and I guess I irritated him when like Zach Lowe mentioned on one of his podcasts like a month or so ago that Donovan Mitchell has a chance to make third, like has a case for third in Rookie of the Year. You're wrong. It's wrong. By saying that, it means you are not correct. And Zach, I just called him out on it, said, you know what, this is kind of like ridiculous. I can't remember exactly what it says, but Zach Lowe kind of came back and said, I've watched plenty of the Jazz, blah, 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 talked to Jazz execs and GMs, and I can safely say I've watched enough Donovan Mitchell, but I could say that Donovan Mitchell might be second place. Second place. Is that the best you can say about Donovan Mitchell? He scored 34 points tonight with ease. The lowest, I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know like the lowest I've seen Donovan Mitchell score in like the last 20 games is like 16. That's the lowest. The lowest amount that Donovan Mitchell has scored, his lowest is better than Jason Tatum's average. So Jason Tatum's averaging like 13 points a game. And every one of the Celtics fans wants to come to you talking about field goal percentage. Field goal percentage, get out! That is so stupid. It is such an East Coast bias, and it is so frustrating to me that the Jazz can have a player that's literally blowing the doors off teams. Tonight, he had so many dunks that were just crazy. He was blowing it up, and they still don't take note, pun intended. They still don't. They're sleeping on him. How can he be scoring points like this? 34 points, leading the team. He is the guy that's leading the team. They are focusing all on him, and he continues to do it. It boggles my mind how we can be in this age with League Pass, highlights on TV. They have Donovan Mitchell with Scott Van Pelt on ESPN. He's the Rookie of the Year. It's over. Don't give me this Ben Simmons stuff. Great, he has some rebounds. He's also 6'10" and plays forward. He better get 8 or 9 rebounds a game with how athletic he is. He better. You know? And don't get me wrong, Ben Simmons is really good. 17 points, 8 assists, or whatever it is. I can't remember what it is, 6 to 8 assists in that range. That's really nice. Ben Simmons also has J.J. Redick, Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, Dario Saric surrounding him making shots. How many missed shots are by players that Donovan Mitchell passes to? They can't make... I mean, he had that pass to Derek Favors that rolled to the hoop and missed it. You know, and he set him up beautifully. It blows my mind. He is so good. I mean, he's not a rookie. He's an all-star level player already. Forget rookie of the year. He's too good for rookie of the year. You know? He's too dang good. He's the guy. And they still sleep, you know? Any national guys watching this, by the way, I don't DM people who aren't following me back. So I don't know. But anyways, let's see. Let's get Hill looked great. He did, Josh. Hill looks really good. And honestly, I'm done worrying about George Hill. I wish George Hill the best. He seems like a really nice guy. He had his second child this year and like really great family man. Has a cute kids and a great wife and just seems like a great guy. I have nothing against George Hill. I wish he'd have re-signed with the Jazz. Honestly, that might have been a big part of helping Gordon Hayward stay, but you know what? There's no use worrying about it anymore. What's done is done. We got Donovan Mitchell, who's the Rookie of the Year. We're going to get Dante Exum back very soon, and we're going to be able to watch them play with Rudy. They're going to win some games. It's going to be a little frustrating because the Jazz are going to be pretty good. We already have a really nice core, guys. They just can't stay healthy. And the Jazz haven't really been able to play with correct spacing and pieces that really work together well. It's tough. But you know what? I would watch for the Jazz to make some moves soon in the trade deadline. But don't expect trades that are to kind of make the team better right now. Expect trades that might be helping the Jazz get better in the offseason. So picks, taking on a bad contract to get a pick, things like that, so that the Jazz can retool around Donovan Mitchell because he's a superstar. The Jazz need to build around Donovan Mitchell. It's just very apparent how good he is. I talked about it a little earlier too. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I expected Donovan Mitchell to just kind of fizzle out. You know, we had that 6-game winning streak, and it's just like we had just lost Gordon Hayward and George Hill. Things seemed really bad. It just seems, like it too good to be true type things. Most things in this world are too good to be true. Donovan Mitchell's turning out to be the real deal. He's not too good to be true. It's like we all are being gifted with kind of that thing that we never expected to get. And it's Donovan Mitchell. And I might get emotional about it. I might cry a little. We've got it. We got the guy. He healed the team. His leadership is incredible. I wrote about it at SLC Dunk. You guys can go read about that. Just Donovan Mitchell's leadership standing up for Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood tonight had an incredible game. Just shot the ball well, hit threes, made shots. When Rodney's on, he's great. And it's no wonder that when Donovan Mitchell and Rodney Hood play well, the Jazz win. Because that's a real tough duo to beat when both of them are on. I mean, they're both... Rodney might be the most streaky player in the NBA, and when he's hitting, he's incredible. And when he's not, he has rough nights. But man, when he's hitting and Donovan's hitting, I mean, the Jazz are very, very good. So, let's see. We all know it's because Mitchell is playing for a small market non-championship team. That's it. Unfortunate but true. Yeah, could be. But I mean, when he's scoring 34 points and outscoring all other rookies, and typically Rookie of the Year is the guy that scores the most points. Just go look at the last 5-10 years. I think 9 out of the last 10 or whatever it is were the guy that with the highest points per game. That's what Donovan is. So we'll see what happens. He's going to get his scoring average to 20 and above soon. That's insane. We waited 7 years for Gordon Hayward to do that, and he might do that this year. It's incredible. It's incredible. Josh Tyree, I'm referring to why Mitchell isn't getting the recognition he deserves. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is the way it is. It's why the Lakers have like 20 or 30 national games and they're not even very good. It's just, it is the way, it is what it is. It's a small market, but I think people are really noticing. And by the end of the year, I think it'll be, if you're not voting for Donovan Mitchell as Rookie of the Year, you're probably a little biased, or you're just not watching, or I don't know. You know, Ben Simmons has a case because he's putting up some rebounding and assist numbers that are really nice, and he's a good passer, and he has some highlight dunks and stuff, and he's fun to watch, and he's a good player. He's really, really good. Donovan Mitchell's better. Let's see if anything else we want to cover. It'll be nice to see Rudy Gobert back and Dante Exum back. I'm honestly a little worried that we're going to become too good. It's like a weird thing right now with just Jazz fandom and a team that, you know, it's probably better for the Jazz to lose games, you know, just in the long run, have 1 step back, 5 steps forward type thing, to get a nice player. I love Miles Bridges, McCall. I think it's Bridges as well. And also Kevin Knox. Just really nice stretch fours that could fit with Rudy really well. There's some wings in this draft that are really nice. The Jazz are going to get a nice player. Let's just hope we don't get too good. What I can promise you, though, is when Dante Exum gets back, they are going to play him so many minutes. You're going to see a lot of Dante Exum. And the reason is because the Jazz need to know what they have. Personally, I can tell you he's very good, and we should give him a contract. The real question is not whether we should give Dante Exum a contract. It's really just how big. How big a contract do we give him? So, tank note, Josh Tyree, possibly. Watch this trade deadline, guys. There might be a few players moving, maybe a Derek Favors, just to get some sort of pick. I doubt the Jazz get the Brooklyn pick from everything. I mean, I think Woj has reported that pick is untouchable. I don't know. I mean, that may be posturing, you know. Maybe that's the Cavs trying to say to other teams, like, you know, offer us more, and maybe. But Derek Favors isn't getting you the Brooklyn pick, but maybe it gets you Cleveland's first round pick. There, you know, if that gets you pick 25 or 26, and you know that Derek is leaving, that might be worth it. Anyways, good job, Jazz. Nice win. Way to come out and play really well. It's amazing what happens when players hit shots, and it's incredible how teams find a way to win when you hit a lot of shots. I don't know. That's not the most groundbreaking analysis, but it is the true analysis. Anyways, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Go to SLC Dunk, read all the articles, read my latest article like I told you about, talking about Donovan Mitchell's leadership. Michael has posts about the trade deadline and things to look for. So go to that and watch that. And also go look at the SLC Punks podcast on iTunes. Go to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow SLC Dunk on those. If you want to follow me, I'm Hanson James on Twitter. Love to talk to you and hear from you. I will talk to you later.